The dictionary defines courage as the quality of mind that enables a person to face difficulty and danger and pain without fear. In today's society, as it is continuously changing, people are beginning to speak more freely. But what does courage have to do with today's society? Everything. Men and women would not have the same rights. Ellen DeGeneres wouldn't have expressed her sexuality on public television. And we would not be living in a free country. People today are becoming less afraid and more willing to stand up for what they believe in, specifically those who are transgender. When I was younger, I didn't quite realize it was a possibility to be a transgender. 20 years ago, gays and lesbians weren't coming out. It was a scary thought to everybody. So within this speech, I will talk about the debates and claims that have risen over the years that are for people who are becoming more public about their sexuality. Being a mother of 2 daughters, this topic is a little hard for me to grasp. It's something that I will have to eventually talk to them about and be supportive within their opinions. I think the biggest debate right now is transgenders and them entering bathrooms. Being a mother, I'm very up in the air about the subject, only because I can't imagine a man entering a woman's bathroom where my daughter might be going into. It's just a comfort thing for me, personally. One of the biggest claims is sex offenders and the public accommodation laws that are set forth and how they cover transgender people. Yet people are claiming that they are going to attack women and children within bathrooms. And those are just claims. Within a CNN article that I had found, a survey by Jody L. Herman, 70% of the people who took the survey that were transgender had found that they had been verbally harassed or sexually assaulted while they were in public restrooms, which personally makes me feel as though it's them that is in need of protection rather than my daughters. My sister-in-law, over the last couple of years, has been dealing with young children who have began to transition into a transgender state. She is supportive and very open-minded about the situation, yet as a mom, I can see where it can be challenging. You have young children who are 10 years old, younger, older, who are confused about the situation. I know there was a specific situation where a young boy was transitioning into a woman. His name was Ethan, and he wanted to be now called Willow. Well, his old friends were confused. They say, his name isn't Willow, and they said, stop making fun of him, his name isn't Willow, in which, yes, now that's what he would like to be called. It was a confusing situation for both sides of the spectrum. As parents, you want to be supportive in whichever way your child wants to go within their sexuality. But that's from my standpoint. Personally, I believe it's the child's environment, the parents that influence their choices in what gender they want to express. In my findings, I have found that it's doing more harm than good when you're against what your child is leaning towards when it comes to their sexuality. If you're against it, they don't feel your support. They feel as though they are wrong in how they feel. I know in today's society, people are becoming more aware and more and less controversial. I mean, there's a lot, but they are becoming more welcoming and okay with the fact that this is what society is coming down to. I believe that we should be more aware of both sides of the spectrum. People are going to be uncomfortable, but people are going to be accepting as well. It's how we perceive it as a country and how we respond to each other. We have overcome many obstacles, and this is just another thing that we are going to come across and get past. It's not something that you necessarily move past, but something that you accept and absorb because our society is continuously changing. And there's nothing we can do about it other than adapt